What's up, Tigers? My name is Shane Stewart. I'm your host for another episode of the Tiger Sports Report podcast. I'm joined alongside my co-host, Noah Manis. How are you doing today, Noah?
I'm doing good. How are you, Jaden?
That's good. I'm pretty good. We're here to talk about some Broken Arrow basketball. Sadly, a week or so ago, the season didn't end how we hoped. Both teams lost in the semifinals, but a little bit the future's murky, but the boys definitely, I'd say, have a bright future. The girls, I don't know, but Noah, what are your thoughts on just this season next year with the underclassmen?
I think the boys can actually get it probably done in the next few years with the coaching. We thought a few years ago, 3 years ago when we were sophomores, that the team the future was bright for them, for like the middle classmen, but the younger ones, we didn't think were going to show up, but they surprisingly have. And I think that's the same way for this time, is that the freshmen are going to show up a lot more now. And they're going to have a lot more opportunity next year just because there's a lot of seniors graduating this year. And I think the future's bright for them. The girls, probably not so much just because a lot of the seniors
like the whole starting seven or
yeah,
something.
the whole
That's
start
pretty crazy.
was all seniors, and they're all moving on. And it was a good team. And we'll just have to see how the freshmen and the sophomores do next year.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that Macy gained hurt pretty much. That's what ended the season because I really think they will have won state if she would have stayed healthy. But it was a great year for both the boys and girls. Just sad to see all the seniors go, but it was great watching them the past 3 years. I mean, DJ Howe, I remember when I was a sophomore at the playoff game against Owasso, he was just lining them up 3 after 3, and I was like, oh my gosh, who is this dude? And they said he was a sophomore, and I was like, what the heck?
Yep.
But, I mean, the boys, they got Corbin Dow. He definitely, I think last year he was on JV maybe.
Yeah.
And he definitely made so much progress. I figure his brother being a legend here, Connor Dow, he probably helps him in the offseason just to train and stuff. And I definitely think Corbin will be a good leader of this team. He seems like a great guy.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely look at him for being the top guy next year.
Very physical player. And Gene Mason also, he popped off in the playoffs. And, gosh, I forgot who he played. It was in Henrietta, though. And we really weren't doing great shooting, but he's what got us started and really helped us win that game. So him and Corbin definitely feel like good leaders. And we got some other underclassmen. And Bo Wallace, just like after Connor Dow graduated, Justice Sutton, all those people, I thought, oh, darn, we're going to suck. Last year, it was an average kind of year, but we made the state tournament. We made the semifinals. I was like, dang, and this year he really got us back in it. So, I mean, as long as Bo Wallace is
I don't see it slowing down either, just because he is such a great coach that gives off great character development for his players.
As long as he's the coach, I feel like we're always going to be state title contenders. And girls, Shane Coffey, he's a really good coach too. They'll definitely need someone to step up because there's huge shoes to fill with Macy and Mackenzie both graduating and all their people. But there's definitely some people that it helps mentoring behind them and just learn definitely a lot. But I feel like there's bright future for both of them, especially the boys. I really do think there's a chance to get it done next year. Probably just their biggest threat, Owasso, still with Jalen Montanai being a senior next year. But
yeah.
Do you have any last thoughts on this season, Noah?
No, it's been a great season, and I'm excited for the next one. You and I both won't be here, but I'm sure that we'll both be looking forward to it, and obviously keeping up on the socials and maybe popping out to a few games.
Yeah, I'm definitely sad it's over, just football and basketball and the major sports, but I definitely love to come to a few games and keep up on BA Tiger Sports. But it was a great season, made some amazing memories. Just me and you taking photos at times, but that's all we have for Broken Arrow basketball for this year. And now let's head over to the college basketball segment.
For families who like to build their wealth while staying liquid, we have flexible rate CDs to keep your funds working hard, even when you're not. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. The right balance.
What's up, Tigers? I'm Drew alongside Isaac and Eli. We're here to talk about some March Madness. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm doing really good.
That's good. March, I feel like there hasn't been as many upsets this year. It's kind of been disappointing, but I mean, Maryland, I guess. Woohoo. They're 4 or 5
Yeah.
seed. Though.
Buzzer beater was crazy.
That was the only buzzer beater this year, though.
I know, and it's literally like a layup. Like,
Yeah.
it's not some
not
half
a
court
three.
Nikola Jokic just
Yeah.
throw it and I don't care because all I care about is my horses.
It has been pretty disappointing, and I think it's because of like their transfer portal and the NIL is that like there's not as much like talent at these lower.
I mean, the
schools.
first round was good. We had some upsets, but New Mexico, I really thought they were going to pull it over Michigan State. But I feel like these people are getting close to upsets, and they're just not good at finishing the games, and they get pulled
Did
away from.
You see the Vanderbilt player who transferred in the locker room? He answered the
Yeah,
inside the
but
locker room, bro.
a lot
Oh
of
my
people were
God.
attacking him, but like he didn't play all year. He even traveled with the team, like or play. So
Why would you do it right after a game, though?
No,
I
literally
think
the
it's
second
because
after,
like
bro.
he like I think there was bad blood there because like
Maybe.
he was mistreated and so like he probably just wanted to get his name in the portal ASAP.
Probably.
I guess, yeah.
But that was an interesting story for sure.
Yeah, no, a lot of people went in the portal though. Like right
Yeah.
after they lost, I was like, dude, that's crazy.
But that's how it is now. It's like you want to get your name in the portal instantly. Like I was checking today, and there's so many like good players in the portal, and I'm excited because like
Oh, yeah.
OU is gonna lose like almost like their entire roster.
Porter Mosers can't be gone. He's after this
He's
season.
gonna no, I think he's staying because
Or next
just
season, I
because
mean.
he made it to the tournament,
Yeah.
they're gonna keep him.
Without fears, though, they're going to suck again.
Yeah,
they're going to be NIT.
I don't know because
and-
they're speaking like they're gonna spend like a lot of money in the portal, and I know they've made some moves and like they're like upper staff in terms of like athletic directors. So hopefully they will spend more money, but I don't know. I think Porter Moser like he still needs to prove himself.
Yeah. I know how true it is, but I saw something like probably a few months back saying the reason we haven't fired Venables or Moser is because we're in debt or something, just struggling with money. And
They
I was
remind they're so similar to me. And the
Yeah.
way they're like their
I
personality
love Venables,
is,
but he's at least proven himself some. Moser's just
yeah, I like him.
can't win the big games.
I
Like,
don't. Well, okay, I don't want to get off topic with college football, but I like Venables too. But I think I don't know. Like with Fears gone, it is gonna hurt, but I think they can find the replacement in the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And maybe we get Owa back. Just drive him back here from Kentucky. Of
I don't
course,
want- I don't want
he's
him
just
back.
okay here, and then he goes there and he
Yeah.
beats us like twice on game winners. It's like that's the most.
I don't want him back at all.
Yeah.
I don't like him anymore.
Yeah. Do you have any big surprises you think from this March?
Like that are going to happen or that already.
Or I guess
happens?
your bracket buster that already happened and
Iowa State,
So
Ole Miss. I had Iowa State like going to like the Elite Eight. No, I think like it's Elite Eight.
really,
Yeah,
I
they
had
lost
them
by
winning
20.
too.
yeah.
I was
got
really
20 pieces,
surprised.
bro.
I'm always high on Iowa State. Same with their football team. They just
Well, their basketball team was like super good.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think the same last year. I had them in the Final Four. They were like a 2 seed and they
Yeah.
lose probably the round of 32. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was disappointing. I took Robert Morris to beat Alabama in the
Oh,
first
yeah.
round.
He was texting me.
They got
They were
close.
close.
I know.
Yes.
I was so happy to look at that. I was like, oh my gosh, I hate Alabama. Please. And then, of course, they just pull away, just like the New
Yeah.
Mexico, Michigan State. It's
That one
like, come
hurt.
on, guys.
I was like, that one really hurt.
like, we need a 15 seed like St. Piers, ORU. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
Hopefully it happens next year.
Yeah.
But like to me, like the problem is like, for example, Porter Mosers, like these teams that are making these runs, like the coaches are instantly hired by.
Because, like, I
different
saw
teams.
FAU. Like, they would have had such a good run for years, but they lost their whole starters, their coach, and now they suck. Like, it just sucks that they couldn't have built a legacy and built a program. And
Yeah, it's almost like in previous years, like you have a chance to do it just based off of like how you built your team. But now it's like to me, it's like if you can get lucky enough to where you find a coach that hasn't already been picked off by like a higher team and you have the roster, then that's about the only way you can do it now.
yeah, because, like, if you're a lower school like Drake or Robert Morris and you win, like, in one game in March Madness, you get upsets, like, you're almost guaranteed to get hired.
Yeah,
It's like you're screwed if you're a lower school, unless you're just that good at finding talent. But you're not. It's just
Yeah.
but
Well, who do y'all think is going to win the national championship?
I got Duke in my bracket. I did with my whole family, with a whole gigantic like group.
Yeah.
And I put Duke. Everybody in my family put Florida, and I was like,
Do they watch basketball?
no.
I mean, Florida's good, but
they're still good, a good team.
Yeah.
But I have Duke winning. Who do y'all have winning?
Duke's just too good. Just the legacy and like
Yeah.
their history of being good in March. They're just so physical. Like when you match that good of a defense with that good of an offense, like Florida's almost all gas, just offense, but their defense is just iffy. So when a team like Duke comes in, they slow down their offense, but Florida can't slow down Cooper Flag or something. Like
yeah.
it's just I don't think Florida can stand with them. Like maybe for the first 30 minutes of the game, but then Duke would just run away with it, I feel like.
I personally, like, although if I were to bet, like, I would say Duke, but I also really like Auburn just because of, like, they have, I know, I hate
They
Auburn.
always choke.
I hate
Man,
them.
Auburn is
They do.
not going to
But
win anything.
they have, like, they're really close together. They got an experienced roster. Bruce Pearl's, like, he's a good coach. Like, it's pretty obvious. Although, like, they have choked in March. I really like
Every
the
single
roster.
year.
I like Tahad Pettiford. Like, I'm a big fan of his. Like, they just have so many, like, aspects to the team that make me, like, so
just
high on them.
well-rounded, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think Florida, like, really. Like, if they got hot, then sure. But I don't trust them.
Yeah, that is something I like about Florida. They're just a really close-knit, like, good leaders. There's no one selfish really off of their team. And they
Yeah.
got lots of height, but, like, yeah, if they can get out to a huge start, sure, like, they could beat anyone. But I just feel like if they face a good enough defense, they won't get that hot start, and it'll just
Yeah.
be too little, too
Well,
late.
if Duke can just, like, slow the game down and,
I
like, make
know.
it come down to, like, the
Yeah.
smaller things, like, they'll have it.
Yeah.
If they're leading at half, I feel like Duke, it's for sure.
Yeah.
They would
Run
beat
away
them.
with it, yeah.
They're just good at controlling the game,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, they did 50 piece, like that Mount Valley team.
Yeah,
round.
50-point win.
Yeah,
And then against Illinois, like, I think it was like a 50
I know they're a good
win
team. It was
against
like
them, too.
30 or something. They like
Yeah.
blew them out of the water, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Cooper Flag probably isn't 100% healthy, and he's just dunking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And like, it's insane
Flag's
what they're
good.
doing right now.
Who's y'all's, like, favorite player, like, in the tournament right
I
now?
know. I don't know. Wait, go to Jaden.
Okay.
Let me think real quick.
I probably have to say Flag. I
Yeah.
mean, he's just like a generational college player.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
like
we haven't
him
seen
too.
someone like him in a while.
I personally really like VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah.
I know, like, they lost to Duke the other night, but I'm a big fan of his. And, like, obviously, Flag is, like, I think he
it's fun
should
to
win
watch,
National Player of the Year,
Mhm,
personally.
for sure.
Because he has
Is he
better
on the money?
defense than Broom. What were you saying?
Is he like projected to like win the award?
It's, like, close between him and Broom at Auburn. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know when they announce it. Do you know?
No, I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
But you guys have any last thoughts?
No?
Okay, thank you guys for joining me for college basketball. Now over to the NFL draft.
Right now, get $200 from TTCU Federal Credit Union when you open a new checking account with direct deposit. What would you buy with $200?
Cars, race cars, my own apartment, 100 coloring books, and a puppy.
Or maybe some groceries and a tank of gas. $200 for whatever works for you from TTCU. Because life is better in balance.
What's up, Tigers? Welcome back to the final segment of the Tiger Sports Report podcast. We're joined alongside Hayden and Carson talking about some NFL. Hayden, what are your thoughts on quarterbacks? I know you're a Vikings fan, and
We don't need a
Sam Darnold,
quarterback.
Mr. Choker, got.
We don't need a quarterback. We have JJ McCarthy to take the keys.
You think
As
he's
long as we don't,
franchise guy?
he could be. It just depends on how we develop him. O'Connell developed Sam Darnold to be an MVP candidate. So if you have a guy that's like 3 times as younger and twice as mobile, then why not?
And he's also
You
got
better
this-
hope he doesn't see ghosts.
He
in
also has the
playoffs.
major receiver help too with
He also does.
Jettas and Addison.
He's smart though. He was
ACL.
smart at Michigan.
He was
So-
smart.
and also he's also got Aaron Jones too. That's
and
also
TJ Hawkinson.
yeah. It's
They're
gonna be,
loaded, really.
We
it's
are
gonna be a
loaded
very
on
loaded
offense.
team for JJ McCarthy to play around with.
But we don't need a quarterback. I think this is an all right quarterback class.
Do you think he'll start the season?
Yes, I think
Over
depending on
Daniel
what
Jones?
we do.
Who else is going to start?
Yeah.
Unless
Daniel
we go-
Jones, and I don't know.
We don't have Daniel Jones anymore. He left for the Colts. Remember? They signed him to
Who'd you guys sign?
We didn't sign any quarterbacks.
Oh gosh,
sticking with
so
JJ.
it's
We're
full
sticking with
JJ
JJ.
then.
They want JJ
We
and
might.
JJ only.
There's rumors of Carson Wentz coming to Minnesota, but he would be a bridge quarterback to start the year
Yeah.
because JJ just is coming off a torn meniscus. But as long as we don't bring in Aaron Rodgers, I'm fine.
Bring in Aaron.
Gosh, I can't
We're
stand
not
that
bringing
dude.
in
Bring
Aaron.
in Aaron.
We're not
Cannot
letting him.
stand
complete
I
the
feel like
best
Aaron
part.
wouldn't be a bad mentor, but starter, no.
He's the most.
Heck no.
No, he's such
Aaron-
a locker
Aaron
room
would win them a
cancer,
Super
bro.
Bowl.
There's so many quarterbacks you can sign. Not
Aaron would
We
win them a
him.
just got
Super Bowl.
Jameis Winston.
Yes, bro. He's so funny. I love Jameis. He's like my second favorite player. Third.
Have y'all seen the memes of Jameis Winston and Malik Neighbors' stats next year?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
2,500 yards, 30 touchdowns.
Three
He's
and-
like
3 and
40
14.
touchdowns, 40 interceptions, and like 2,500 yards for Malik Neighbors.
Giants fans finally won't be in misery. I mean,
Yes,
No, they'll still be Missouri.
Yes, they will.
well, no, he's going to throw 6 touchdowns and then the next
the
game
Giants
5
fans,
picks.
The
It's-
Giants fans are just building themselves up from like nothing. Their defense is decent.
They're expecting nothing. So if he comes in, wins them 7 games, they'll be happy.
And it's not even about Jameis Winston because you know they're going to have a better pick in the draft next year, and then they're just going to keep having good picks in the draft. Eventually, probably within the next 5 to 10 years, the Giants will be a
5 to 10
a
years.
decent team.
It really won't be a bad decision to pick a quarterback
the
and just
next-
let him sit behind.
In 5
Jameis.
generations, the Giants might make 10 wins.
Dylan Gabriel will lead him to a Super Bowl.
Gabriel.
The Giants will be good based off
forgot
Malik
about
Neighbors, Tyron.
How do you
Tracy,
forget about
Odell.
King Dylan Gabriel?
Because he's such an unnotable name in this
He
draft
really
class
is.
because he's so old. He's like the Bo Nix of this
He's
draft
like-
class.
yeah,
But worse.
He's like 20.
He's a worse Bo Nix. But also, like, let's get into, like, the Browns. The Browns here.
Oh, of
And
course.
I love my Browns,
What do
but
they even do?
I feel like they're
for
just,
free agency?
I don't know. They're just,
Just sell the franchise. Move
they-
to
they're
They-
move to
Miles
Oklahoma
Garrett.
at this point.
their biggest move was extending Myles Garrett, and then Myles Garrett goes on to say he probably won't even play a lot of the games
Yeah,
next
just
year.
he wants to play for a winning team, and then.
But then
I'm so
signs-
mad at Miles
It's 'cause the
because he
money.
said he wants to play for a winner. He said it wasn't about money.
Well, the
And
Browns
then they
aren't-
offer
the
him
Browns
this,
aren't
and he's like,
winners.
"Oh, I
The
don't
winner,
care."
the winner is his bank account.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant.
But Stuart, when you think about it this way, when you're almost getting into your prime of
Yeah, I
your
won't-
playing years, and would you rather have the $100 million or the win?
I would rather
have
go
the-
win a Super
I'd rather have the
Bowl.
$100 million.
If
Not a
You're going-
chance. He's already making. He would already make probably $30 million on contender.
If he's,
Like, why are you staying Cleveland?
If you're going into your prime, I would go for the Super Bowl, and
He's
then
not
as you're
going
coming out
into
of
his
it,
prime.
as you're coming out of your prime, then you'd go for the money.
Like
I
the
don't know, I feel
GM
like-
hates him. Like,
feel like
just
as-
pull a Von Miller, you win a Super Bowl, and then now he's signing these contracts with the Bills and stuff and getting his bag later.
Andrew Barry is a good GM. His worst mistake was obviously the Deshaun Watson stuff. That was the worst.
Obviously.
Worst thing
He
in the
should be
freaking
fired.
world, bro.
That is a
Bro,
jail time offense. That was
I
awful.
low-key understand it. He was so good in Houston.
No, I
But
understood it at the
Deshaun-
time. At the time, it was
Yeah,
Bro,
understandable.
he's coming off a year and a half not playing.
Yeah,
with
but
some
he
of the
was
worst
still-
allegations
an
we've
NFL
ever seen.
He was
He's
still
an
a-
NFL quarterback.
Yeah, he was still a very
like the
hot, top tier NFL
The
quarterback.
knowledge of
Yeah, but
of
they
an
had
NFL
Baker.
quarterback doesn't leave
It would be different if they had Jameis
Shake and
or
bake,
We didn't have
Dorian
Baker at the
Thompson
time.
Robinson.
Baker's been
and
You
gone
did
for
have
four-
Baker, but
Baker's
then
been
you
gone
won
for
it out
4
because you
years.
guys won.
Baker was gone at the time that we got Deshaun Watson.
Baker's
Yeah,
been gone
because
for
you guys
4 years.
forced him out.
But the reason why we got rid of Baker Mayfield is because he
It's for
kept getting
Deshaun.
injured, and he also just was not doing it for us in our.
Yeah,
He
needed
had
a-
one down year.
He needed a different coach.
because
had
he kept
one down
getting
year.
because he kept getting
needed a-
injured.
He needed a different
He had
coach,
one injured year.
and y'all kept bringing him back from injury too early.
Like, you guys have Freddie Kitchens. That dude. He's up there with Josh McDaniels.
I don't know, and also
It's-
Baker, he also wasn't showing good sign whenever he was in the
really
offseason
wasn't.
either. So
No, the Browns getting rid of Baker Mayfield was smart. at
I'm
the
so
time.
happy he's turned his career around, though. I really feel like
I'm
Bucks
Johnny
are gonna
Manziel.
Super
But-
Bowl with him.
But we'll get back into the Browns. I feel like they should I think they should draft Cam Ward as the second pick, and I think Abdul Carter should go on.
He's not going to be
If
there.
Cam Ward is there at the second.
I mean,
pick.
people say Shadur Sanders might go
who's
first. but I don't
first?
know.
Tennessee. Tennessee is the first.
Tennessee.
team, right?
Tennessee
They're
says-
getting
They're
Cam
taking
Ward.
Cam Ward.
Tennessee loves Cam Ward.
They're
All the
stupid if
reports,
they pick like
No,
Abdul Carter.
okay,
like,
but-
I'm
but-
sorry, but you need a
Well,
good quarterback.
here's the thing.
Well, what Hayden and I were talking about earlier is that the Browns could go for Abdul Carter and then get a quarterback in the
Yes,
second round,
Abdul
like
Carter.
Jalen Milrow or something like
Here's
that.
the thing.
Let an
If,
naysayer know.
if Cam Ward falls to first, Shedeur Sanders better not be close behind him because the Browns aren't going to better not take Shedeur Sanders. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback.
Shedeur is literally going to pull Eli Manning, and he will not play for Cleveland.
He's not that good
no
of
one
a
wants to play.
I don't think this quarterback draft class is
Carson.
very good.
He's
at
not
all.
that good of a quarterback.
I think Shedeur.
He's
not
really
it.
not.
Yes, he is, bro.
Jackson Dart is going to be the best quarterback out of the draft.
Stop it.
I do think Jackson Dart will be a good quarterback.
He will be
I
good,
think it's going to be easily.
but
Jackson
he is
Dart.
not close to.
He
Yes,
needs
he
to
is.
go to a QB developing coach for him to get better, though.
Jackson Dart is going to be the best quarterback out of
Like
this
the
draft.
most NFL ready right now, it's Cam Ward, and then you have Shedeur a little bit below
No.
him.
I don't think
Shedeur-
any
And
of them
then
are
Shedeur
NFL
is not-
ready.
none of them are NFL ready. It's
None
the
of
same
them.
thing with Caleb Williams.
I mean, you
and
got
Jaden
Dylan
Daniels.
Gabriel though, who's like
It's-
4 years old.
It's
I
the
mean,
same
he's
exact
ready.
thing. Everyone thought Caleb Williams was going to be a dog, and he played all right.
I did not.
And Jaden Daniels.
I did not.
And Jaden Daniels went out there and literally played his heart out. Almost had the best, probably the best.
There's a
rookie
good
season.
rookie
have the
quarterback
best
like
season.
every
He had the
year.
best-
like
best
there's
rookie season.
always
It's
one
gonna be
quarterback, and
Jackson
that would be
Dart.
Cam Ward.
No, it's always
It's
the
gonna be
underdog.
Cam Ward.
It's always the underdog.
No, it is not.
If we were
Literally
It is
last
always
year.
the underdog.
Literally last year.
If we want to talk about underdogs, Jalen Milroe is going to be the best
Jalen
QB.
Milroe
Yeah, but
is gonna
Jaden
be
Daniels is the number 2 pick. He's not underdog.
He's
the
underdog
second
compared to
quarterback.
Caleb Williams.
Compared to, bro, they thought Caleb Williams was going to be the freaking greatest quarterback of all time.
The next coming of Jesus
And they didn't
Christ.
think
Bro,
they didn't
they
think
were-
C.J. Stroud was going to do good either.
Yeah,
I mean,
they didn't think
Exactly.
C.J. Stroud
And he
was gonna
did.
do good. Bro, they thought Caleb Williams was like Jesus coming back to earth. or
I've
something.
never liked that
No,
dude.
yeah.
They were literally
Like, he's
praising
such a
Caleb
diva,
Williams
man.
Like he was something else.
The Lord
and then Jaden
reincarnated.
Daniels came out there and blew him out of the water.
And I'm so glad he did. 'cause
and then
I
Bo
cannot
Nix was
stand
even better
Caleb.
too. I
Bo
mean,
Nix
Yeah,
is
and
better.
Bo Nix, I really like him too.
always,
He's
it's always the underdogs. It's never the best quarterback.
Yeah,
in the
it
draft
never
class that was
is.
The best. Sometimes it is. Sometimes they do play good, but they're never the best in the draft class.
probably gonna be like Michael
Yeah,
Pratt
look
or
at Tom Brady.
Yeah, look at
some
Tom Brady,
tiny.
bro.
I mean,
Brock
look-
Purdy.
Look at
person.
Patrick
I mean, look at
Mahomes.
look at Baker
Brock
Mayfield
Purdy.
from the Browns,
Look
bro.
at every good quarterback in the league.
Look at Patrick Mahomes.
He was drafted like number 10.
He was drafted
The Bears
11.
should.
They drafted number
the Bears
10.
drafted Mitchell Trubisky, so he's
Yeah,
supposed to be the dog.
Exactly.
The Bears are
It's-
gonna pair.
It's always the underdog.
They're probably gonna make the Super Bowl, double doink it, and then Ben Johnson's gonna get fired years later because
Ben
everything
Johnson's
goes
not getting
downhill.
fired anytime soon. Do you see what
I
he's
know.
done this offseason?
I just like making fun of the Bears, just like the Browns.
The
The Bears aren't
Those
going to be
two.
anything good.
I don't think the Browns.
As long as,
I mean,
as
I
long
don't-
as Caleb Williams is their quarterback, they're never going to be good.
No, the Bears definitely have a.
They
a
will
better-
never win a Super Bowl with
No.
Caleb Williams.
No, but the Bears could definitely be like a 9-10 win team this year.
That's
They
not
could-
good.
Woohoo! 9 wins, 9 and
the
8.
most
They
Go
could better-
team.
It's
Into the
better. It's
playoffs.
better
Most
than
mid-season
playoff
of
team
all
probably.
time.
They could
I
sneak into the
mean, they
playoffs.
better win that with
But
Ben
here's the thing.
Johnson. He's probably
And
the best
dude-
coach we've seen.
And saying they won't win anything with Caleb Williams,
They're
is
not.
They
obviously
will not
they're
win a
simply not
Super
gonna-
Bowl.
They
And
could.
not
They
only that-
can, but they
You
won't.
can never say that no one's not gonna do
Not
anything.
only that-
Trubisky has a bet. I'm kidding. I'm not
That-
crazy.
okay.
But,
Horrible take there.
It's not
for a
only
minute.
that.
do you
Caleb
guys have
Williams
any
is
last
bad.
thoughts?
It's not
about-
even that Caleb Williams is bad. It's just being mid in the NFL is so bad because you don't win a championship and then you don't get a good draft
His
pick.
ego's gonna get in the
So
way of
It's
him
not the ego.
being
He's
here.
just not that good of a quarterback.
But that's all we have for this week's episode of the Tiger Sports Report podcast. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you next time, Tigers.